So Avtar Meher Baba ki jai, everyone. What a beautiful day to combine the seven names of God with the seven realities. And today being the 83rd anniversary, when beloved Baba dictated the seven realities on 9th January 1941. And in that remembrance, we shall do the Baba Naam Jaap, followed by the seven realities meditation. So this meditation was gifted by Baba way back in 2013, and to bring alive the words in my own life. It was always that we read things, we know of things, but Baba, how can you help to infuse that in our daily life? And what are the simple ways that I can get those words to come alive in whatever little capacity? And with that prayer, after a long time, one fine day in the night, this meditation Baba gifted, and it is based on the seven realities. And each of the realities is spoken while we go through the whole meditation. And you can repeat the reality while contemplating on it in your inner silence. And then the second half of the meditation is imprinting each of these realities into our energy centers. And that helped me with the learning in its basic forms. So it is not something that Baba has said or given or anything. It is something that came up for me to start practicing. And then in 2017, again, with his love and inner voice guiding, we set out to a lot of other Baba lover friends practicing it. And then through COVID, we went through the entire 2 years of starting it from August onwards in 2020 and going through it with nth number of weeks of meeting every Saturday in beloved Baba's love to do this meditation and read discourses. So while reading discourses, what I realized much later, and it always kept on making me go back to the thought that how important would the seven realities be, since that is the very first thing that Baba has stated when discourses begins. And at that point of time, I was very new and did not hear many people talking about the seven realities. But every time that when I tried to read discourses, my thought went back to these realities. And that is how my urge to pray to Baba of doing something with them became more and more stronger as time went by. And while reading them and while reading discourses, you will see there are a lot of post-its put into it. It so happened that within myself, I felt or realized or experienced that somewhere the discourses were an expansion of each of these realities. And I started marking these extracts again to my limited thinking and mind of what I felt was connected. So there are passages and things that I kind of marked that, oh, I feel this is connected to the second reality, or oh, this is connected to the third reality. And that's how I created a small workbook for myself of extracting those passages which I felt connected to each of those realities and keeping on reading them and rereading them so that I can, whether I understand or not in my limited thinking, was not the aim. And Baba's words, Baba's life, and Baba himself is unfathomable for our limited thinking or minds. But whatever efforts that I could make to put two and two together so that I can better myself with Baba's words and my life was the thought and expression all through. So we will begin with Baba's Naam Jaap. So I will put on an image of beloved Baba, and we will do a small prayer for the world as an intent before we begin the Naam Jaap. And then we will just say beloved Baba's name, Meher Baba, 28 times. And then I will move on to play the meditation which will be there, and I'll go off the video and everybody can just follow the meditation audio, which also has the visuals of beautiful paintings by Marla, which have been gifted to us for the meditation. And each of the realities is typed along with the image of beloved Baba. So feel free to open your eyes in the middle of the meditation and see the words yourself while the words are being spoken as well. So Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Yes, Betty?
Do you stay muted? Do we stay muted while you do the Nam Jap? Or do you say?
Yes, so everybody can mute and say the Naam Jaap at their end so that we don't have overlaps. And there'll be beautiful music playing with Baba's image, and we can do the Naam Jaap on that. And after the 28 times, we'll say Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai once, and then I'll just start the meditation. I'll do the count at my end so that you don't have to worry and you can just focus on the Jaap. Sorry. I just put my phone on silent. I forgot. Oh God, everything seems to be ringing at the same time. Okay, off. All right, Jai Baba, I'll just share the screen. So we'll just close our eyes and try to center ourselves in beloved Baba's love. We will begin with taking a few deep breaths. As given by Meher Baba. With every inhale, we will intend Ba. With every exhale, we'll say Ba.
Go. Coming in.
We request everyone to mute. We will take a few deep breaths, breathing in with every inhale, Ba, and with every exhale, intending Ba. Breathe in, Ba. Exhale, Ba. Inhale, Ba. Exhale, Ba. Keep breathing in and out for a few moments with beloved Baba's name until you feel lighter and centered, leaving all our daily woes, mind chatter behind at beloved Baba's feet. And as we center ourselves in beloved Baba's love, you may either imagine the image on the screen or any image of beloved Baba that you love in your heart center, in the center of your chest area. And feel connected to this image throughout. We pray beloved Baba's nazar be upon all of us and the entire world. His love and wisdom steer our path and guide our way. May we all hold on to beloved Baba's daman till the very end. We shall begin to say beloved Baba's name continuously in repetition 28 times. I will keep the count. Meher Baba, 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 Meher Baba. Last time. Meher Baba. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. You'll remain in your inner silence as we move to the meditation.
Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Namaste everyone. This is Roshni Shanaz. Welcome to Awaken Your Inner Light meditation based on the 7 realities given by beloved Avatar Meher Baba. Meher Baba gives no importance to creed, dogma, caste systems, and the performance of religious ceremonies and rites, but to the understanding of the following 7 realities: real existence, real love, real sacrifice, real renunciation, real knowledge, real control, real surrender. This meditation is gifted through the love of beloved Baba and is endeavored to help us in our spiritual growth by contemplating and meditating on each of the 7 realities, their corresponding connection to the 7 energy centers within us surfaced when this meditation was gifted to me. Now, we shall get ready to begin this journey to ingrain the 7 realities into our mind, body, and spirit, and be able to live them in our lives through our intentions, thoughts, words, and actions. Sit in a comfortable position and keep your palms facing the ceiling. You shall slowly start relaxing your entire body. Relax your head, your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your chest, your back, your stomach, your legs, your feet, your toes, and every other part, muscle and cell of your mind, body and spirit. Allow it to be completely relaxed and feel comforted in the love of God. As you get relaxed, take a few deep, long breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in and out deeply, you shall further relax into the place where you are seated. Feel the calmness in your breath and through your body. Through the meditation, we shall move from one reality to the other, while I leave you in your inner silence to contemplate upon each of them until we move to the next one. Feel the words as we go by, allowing their energy to spread in your entire being. The first reality. The only real existence is that of the one and only God, who is the self in every finite self. Now contemplate on this reality in your inner silence. Take a deep breath and repeat the first reality in your mind after me. The only real existence is that of the one and only God, who is the self in every finite self. Feel the words permeating your entire consciousness. We now move to the second reality. The only real love is the love for this infinity, God, which arouses an intense longing to see, know, and become one with its truth, God. Feel the words as you contemplate upon this second reality in your inner silence. Take a deep breath and repeat the second reality in your mind after me. The only real love is the love for this infinity, God, which arouses an intense longing to see, know, and become one with its truth, God. Feel these words permeating your entire being as we move to the third reality. The third reality. The only real sacrifice is that in which, in pursuance of this love, all things, body, mind, position, welfare, and even life itself are sacrificed. Contemplate on these words in your inner silence. Take a deep breath and repeat the third reality in your mind after me. The only real sacrifice is that in which, in pursuance of this love, all things, body, mind, position, welfare, and even life itself are sacrificed. Feel these words, its entire energy spreading into your inner world. We now move to the fourth reality. The only real renunciation is that which abandons, even in the midst of worldly duties, all selfish thoughts and desires. I leave you in your inner silence, allowing these words to soak deeper within you. Take another deep breath and repeat the fourth reality in your mind after me. The only real renunciation is that which abandons, even in the midst of worldly duties, all selfish thoughts and desires. Feel these words permeate and gaining deeper strength in your inner world. We move to the fifth reality. The only real knowledge is the knowledge that God is the inner dweller in good people and so-called bad, in saint and so-called sinner. This knowledge requires you to help all equally as circumstances demand, without expectation of reward, and when compelled to take part in a dispute, to act without the slightest trace of enmity or hatred, to try to make others happy with brotherly or sisterly feeling for each one, to harm no one in thought, word, or deed, not even those who harm you. I leave you in your inner silence, allowing these words to gain strength within you. Now take a deep breath and repeat the fifth reality in your mind after me. The only real knowledge is the knowledge that God is the inner dweller in good people and so-called bad, in saint and so-called sinner. This knowledge requires you to help all equally as circumstances demand, without expectation of reward, and when compelled to take part in a dispute, to act without the slightest trace of enmity or hatred, to try to make others happy with brotherly or sisterly feeling for each one, to harm no one in thought, word, or deed, not even those who harm you. Feel these words permeating your entire being into your innermost realms. We now move to the sixth reality. The only real control is the discipline of the senses to abstain from indulgence in low desires, which alone ensures absolute purity of character. I leave you in your inner silence to contemplate on these words. Now take a deep breath and repeat the sixth reality in your mind after me. The only real control is the discipline of the senses to abstain from indulgence in low desires, which alone ensures absolute purity of character. Feel the energy of these words in your entire system as we move to the seventh reality. The only real surrender is that in which the poise is undisturbed by any adverse circumstance, and the individual, amidst every kind of hardship, is resigned with perfect calm to the will of God. Feel these words in your innermost core as I leave you in your silence. And now take a deep breath and repeat the seventh reality in your mind after me. The only real surrender is that in which the poise is undisturbed by any adverse circumstance, and the individual, amidst every kind of hardship, is resigned with perfect calm to the will of God. Feel these words permeating in every cell, every DNA, every drop of blood, as its energy flows through your entire system, reaching every nook and corner of your innermost being. And as you allow the energy of these words to permeate deeper and deeper, we shall imprint them now into our 7 energy centers called the chakras. Take a deep breath and shift your focus and intent to the base of your spinal area, to your root chakra, the energy center of all survival and existence. And as you take your mind's eye to the root chakra, you shall now imprint the first reality, real existence, into this energy center. Imprint real existence into your root chakra. Take a deep breath and slowly shift your focus to 4 fingers below the navel area, to your sacral chakra, the energy center for all issues connected to intimacy, relationships, desires, and fulfillment. Now you shall imprint the second reality, real love, into this energy center. Imprint real love in your sacral chakra. Take a deep breath and now shift your focus to the point just below your rib cage, in the center of your upper abdominal area, and intend the solar plexus chakra, the energy center of all inner power, inner strength, ego, and determination. And now you shall imprint the third reality, real sacrifice, into this energy center. Imprint real sacrifice into your solar plexus chakra. With another deep breath, take your mind's eye or focus to the central point of your chest area, to your heart chakra, the energy center of love, human desires, emotions, and feelings. Now here you shall imprint the fourth reality, real renunciation. Imprint real renunciation into your heart chakra. Take another deep breath and move your focus to the center of your lower throat area, to the throat chakra, the energy center of your creative expression, of what you project and speak out into the world, the center of expressing your true self and speaking your inner truth from the divine knowledge of your inner being. You shall now imprint the fifth reality, real knowledge, into this energy center. Imprint the reality, real knowledge into your throat chakra. Relax and take another deep breath. Shifting your focus now to the central point of your forehead area, just above the eyebrows, to your third eye chakra, the energy center of willpower, control, discipline of all senses, focus, clarity, and illumination on the path ahead. You shall now imprint the sixth reality, real control, into the center. Imprint real control into your third eye chakra. By now you shall be feeling the power of all these words taking a stronger hold within you. As you take another deep breath and shift your mind's eye and focus to the central point on the top of your head area, to the crown chakra, the energy center of your connection to the universe, to the cosmos, and to that one supreme power, God. You shall now imprint the seventh reality, real surrender, into this energy center. Imprint real surrender into your crown chakra. Beautiful. And as you feel the power of these words, you shall now take 3 deep cleansing breaths to seal these 7 realities into your entire energy system. We shall breathe in and breathe out with the word Baba, as given by Avatar Meher Baba himself. When you breathe in, say Ba in your mind. When you breathe out, Say Ba again in your mind. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. As you allow all the 7 realities to be sealed in your energy system. Real existence, real love, real sacrifice, real renunciation, real knowledge, real control, real surrender. All these realities are now being permanently ingrained within you with Baba's love. You shall now remain in a few more moments of silence as you allow this energetic sealing to take place, while you connect to that God within you. Beautiful. As we close this divine meditation, we thank beloved Baba for his presence and seek his help for us to live these 7 realities in our daily lives. We thank the love of beloved God for facilitating this entire process. May his love, mercy, and compassion be unto all of us. Feel the gratitude in your heart center while you thank and bless the entire universe and everyone and everything in your life. Thank you, Baba, for everything. And now, at the count of 10, you shall slowly come back to the space where you are seated. Follow the instructions. Do not open your eyes. 10, 9, 8. Wriggle your toes a little bit. Move your feet and ankle. Stretch your leg if you want. 7, 6, 5. Move your torso, move your arms, your wrists, your fingers. 4, 3, 2. Circle your neck. And 1. Slowly rub your palms and place them onto your eyes. Rub them well and place them onto your eyes. Feel the love and warmth moving from your palms into your eyes, into your entire body, mind, and spirit. Slowly, gently, without jerking, open your eyes. Welcome back. In His love always, this is Roshni Shanaz, and I thank you for participating in this meditation. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai.
Jai Meher Baba.
Very nice, Roshni.
Thank you, Baba.
Nice.
Would anyone like to read anything from Discourses? Anything that you have connected to through Discourses or about seven realities? Or anything that played an important part in your life with the seven realities? Please feel free to put up your hand and unmute yourself. Okay.
I just want to say I love the Marla Faith's drawings. They're just beautiful. The seven
Yes.
realities. Nice. Had not seen them.
So grateful to Baba for helping us with them. So I'll read an extract, which is part of the Discourses, based on the PDF of the Discourses, not the book. It is a part of the introduction section. Just a second, I'll just open up. The Discourses not only provide descriptions of the spiritual path and its disciplines, but also shed powerful light on the goal for the wayfarer who aspires to attain it. The reader will discover that they in no way provide a cut and dried formula for spiritual development. Rather, they are a reminder of the continuous need for love of God and surrender to Him. Love for God is the guiding force along the path, and it is love for and surrender to God that eventually attains the goal by the grace of a perfect master. Such a master is the knowing guide who has already traversed the path and experienced the truth, and who provides the infinite patience, the security, and the steady pace that can lead the disciple to the goal. It is from the PDF of Part 1 of Discourses. I'll read one extract from Discourses once again, which in my limited thinking was connected to the first reality, which is real existence. The only real existence is that of the one and only God, who is the self in every finite self. The extract is from PDF Part 1, text page number 7, scroll page 27. The new humanity will be freed from a life of limitations, allowing unhampered scope for the creative life of the spirit. And it will break the attachment to external forms and learn to subordinate them to the claims of the spirit. The limited life of illusions and false values will then be replaced by unlimited life in the truth, and the limitations through which the separative self lives will wither away at the touch of true understanding. Just as a person may seek to hold on to his separative existence through escape or identification with external forms, he may seek to hold on to it through identification with some narrow class, creed, sect, or religion, or with the divisions based upon sex. Here, the individual may seem to have lost his separative existence through identification with a larger whole. But in fact, he is often expressing his separative existence through such an identification, which enables him to delight in his feeling of being separate from others who belong to another class, nationality, creed, sect, religion, or sex. Separative existence derives its being and strength from identifying itself with one of the opposites and contrasting itself with the others. A real merging of the limited self in the ocean of universal life involves complete surrender of separative existence in all its forms. Jai Meher Baba. Yes, Betty.
Well, I just want to, Rosalie had a hand up. I wonder if she just stepped away.
Oh.
I just want to call your attention to Rosalie, but I'm sorry, I've got
okay.
dogs in the background. I've got to go shush them.
Okay.
Rosalie, did you want to?
She's back, I think.
Yeah.
I'm here. I just went to
Jai
get
Baba.
Jai
So good
Baba.
to see you.
Roshan. During Baba's Blue Bus tour, he took all these women around India. And during the Blue Bus tour, well, what he said of the Blue Bus, he says, this Blue Bus is like the chariot of Krishna. And after my manifestation, it will be worshipped. Meher Baba. But during that time, he said he spoke through Narina Machabelli, a special way of speaking to her. And it was printed during the Blue Bus tours in 1938 and between that 38 and 42 in the Meher Baba journals. And I wanted to share one of these because they have a deepening effect. Every morning I would focus on this one. This one is called God Has to Be Manifested. See me live in you in small ways of life. The everyday ritual of selfless harmony. The unsatisfied element in you is God, who needs you to be like him. Unsatisfied humor is God, when winning in you the dual show of life. I am the motive making I to lift in I the truth. God is monotheistic realization reaction in I. I am one in all. See me give in you the real order to resign in self-importance. I am in you the truth, creating you dual in humble ways of I. Lift in the I that is me. Life has two sides and one way to make the two sides. Left and one, right and one. God as one is two in one. See to join the threefold show of I as subconscious, conscious, and superconscious existence in one all I life. Realize in subconscious, conscious, superconscious union its own godhood. Love this game in I. See me in it. Pure joy. Pure joy. Pure joy.
Thank you.
Baba said of these because someone went, Scott McCabe went and asked Kitty Davy, what about these? Baba speaking to Noreen, and she says, we were complaining to Baba. She's talking funny. It's not the way we talk. Can't we change the words, the wording? And Meher Baba said, don't change one word. This is for the future. You are children, talking to the Mandali. It wasn't just one Mandali complaining, but I find them gloriously helpful, gloriously. Especially at this time as Baba's manifesting, where the craziness is rising up because he's manifesting. And he gave this, I would say, sacred. He said it was the most executive way that God can speak, how he spoke. And so they've all been printed up and they're all available. And I am grateful. So that's what I share. Yeah. And I love the meditation, Rashini. It was beautiful.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you for the lovely share, Rosalie. Thank you so much. Is anyone else wanting to share something, or I'll read another extract from Discourses? Okay. Betty, could you keep an eye on any hands? Because when I'm reading, I can't see the hands. Okay. Thank you. So there are two extracts which I felt connected to the second reality. Second reality. The only real love is the love for this infinity, brackets God, which arouses an intense longing to see, know, and become one with its truth, God, again in brackets. Sorry. Jai Baba. The first extract is from part 1, text page 115, scroll page 135. Divine love is qualitatively different from human love. Human love is for the many in the one, and divine love is for the one in the many. Human love leads to innumerable complications and tangles, but divine love leads to integration and freedom. In divine love, the personal and the impersonal aspects are equally balanced. In human love, the two aspects are in alternating ascendancy. When the personal note is predominant in human love, it leads to utter blindness to the intrinsic worth of other forms. When as in a sense of duty, love is predominantly impersonal. It often makes one cold, rigid, and mechanical. A sense of duty comes to the individual as an external constraint on behavior. But in divine love, there is unrestrained freedom and unbounded spontaneity. Human love, in its personal and impersonal aspects, is limited. Divine love, with its fusion of the personal and the impersonal aspects, is infinite in being and expression. Jai Baba. The second extract is also from PDF Part 1, text page 116, scroll page 136. Love is the reflection of God's unity in the world of duality. It constitutes the entire significance of creation. If love were excluded from life, all the souls in the world would assume complete externality to each other. And the only possible relations and contacts in such a loveless world would be superficial and mechanical. It is because of love that the contacts and relations between individual souls become significant. It is love that gives meaning and value to all the happenings in the world of duality. But while love gives meaning to the world of duality, it is at the same time a standing challenge to duality. As love gathers strength, it generates creative restlessness and becomes the main driving power of that spiritual dynamic which ultimately succeeds in restoring to consciousness the original unity of being. Jai Meher Baba. Should I continue, or is there anyone who would like to share something that has come to your mind, heart?
I see no hands.
Okay, thank you. Third reality. The only real sacrifice is that in which, in pursuance of this love, all things, body, mind, position, welfare, and even life itself are sacrificed. First extract is part 1, text page 19, scroll page 39. The history of the limited individuality is a history of the development of a triple entanglement with mind, energy, and matter, bracket body. Duality prevails in all these domains, and the soul gets entangled therein, although it is in essence beyond duality. Duality implies the existence of opposites, limiting and balancing each other through mutual tension. Good and bad, virtue and vice are examples of such opposites. The ignorant soul enmeshed in duality is in the clutches of both good and bad. The duality of good and bad arises due to ignorance. But once entangled with it, the soul comes under its sway. Extract 2, PDF Part 1, text page 53-54, scroll page 73-74. Selfless service is accomplished when there is not the slightest thought of reward or result, and when there is complete disregard of one's own comfort or convenience, or the possibility of being misunderstood. When you are wholly occupied with the welfare of others, you can hardly think of yourself. You are not concerned with your comfort and convenience or your health and happiness. On the contrary, you are willing to sacrifice everything for their well-being. Their comfort is your convenience, their health is your delight, and their happiness is your joy. You find your life in losing it in theirs. You live in their hearts, and your heart becomes their shelter. When there is true union of hearts, you completely identify yourself with the other person. Your act of help or word of comfort supplies to others whatever might be lacking in them. And through their thoughts of gratitude and goodwill, you actually receive more than you can give. Thus, through living for others, your own life finds its amplification and expansion. The person who leads a life of selfless service is therefore hardly conscious of serving. He does not make those whom he serves feel that they are in any way under obligation to him. Jai Baba.
Rosalie has a hand up.
Yes, Rosalie, please. Thank you, Betty.
Yeah, actually, Mayor Baba started giving the discourses during the Blue Bus tours. And Narina asked him to give one every time that she published one of the things she received. So I just wanted to mention that. That's how our discourses began. Now.
Thank you so much, Rosalie. You bring such valuable insights to everything and every detail. Thank you so much. We will now move to the fourth reality, real renunciation. Just a second. There is extracts. The first extract is PDF part 1, text page 12 and 13, scroll page 32, 33. Wants should be carefully distinguished from needs. Pride and anger, greed and lust are all different from needs. You might think I need all that I want, but this is a mistake. If you are thirsty in a desert, what you need is good water, not lemonade. As long as one has a body, there will be some needs, and it is necessary to meet those needs. But wants are an outcome of infatuated imagination. They must be scrupulously killed if there is to be any happiness. As the very being of selfishness consists of desires, renunciation of wants becomes a process of death. Dying in the ordinary sense means parting with the physical body, but dying in the real sense means renunciation of low desires. The priests prepare people for false death by painting gloomy pictures of hell and heaven. But their death is illusory, as life is one unbroken continuity. The real death consists of the cessation of desires, and it comes by gradual stages. The dawn of love facilitates the death of selfishness. Extract 2, part 1, text page 15, scroll page 35. Renunciation of desires does not mean asceticism or a merely negative attitude to life. Any such negation of life would make man inhuman. Divinity is not devoid of humanity. Spirituality must make man more human. It is a positive attitude of releasing all that is good, noble, and beautiful in man. It also contributes to all that is gracious and loving in the environment. Spirituality does not require the external renunciation of worldly activities or the avoiding of duties and responsibilities. It only requires that while performing the worldly activities or discharging the responsibilities arising from the specific place and position of the individual, the inner spirit should remain free from the burden of desires. Jai Baba. We move to the fifth reality, real knowledge. Extract 1 is from PDF part 1, text page 61-62, scroll page 81-82. Of the opposites created by the human mind, the division between good and bad is spiritually most significant. It is based upon man's desire to be free from the limitation of all desires. Those experiences and actions that increase the fetters of desire are bad, and those experiences and actions that tend to emancipate the mind from limiting desires are good. Since good experiences and actions also exist in relation to desire, they also bind in the same way as do bad experiences and actions. All binding can truly disappear only when all desires disappear. Therefore, true freedom comes when good and bad balance each other and become so merged into each other that they leave no room for any choice by the limited self of desire. Extract 2. The general process of freeing oneself from the limitation of sanskaras has therefore to be accompanied by the process of renouncing the bad for the good. But whether a person happens to be good or bad at any given time is dependent upon the inexorable operation of his sanskaras. From this point of view, the sinner and the saint are both, From this point of view, the sinner and the saint are both what they are according to the laws operative in the universe. They have both the same beginning and the same end. The sinner need not have the stigma of eternal degradation, and the saint need not have pride in his moral attainments. No one, however saintly he may be, has attained the heights of moral virtues, except after a life of moral failings. And no one is so bad as to be unable to improve and become good. Everyone, no matter how depraved, can gradually become better and better until he becomes the best example for all mankind. There is always hope that the way to divinity lies through the renunciation of evil in favor of good. Jai Meher Baba. Sixth reality, real control. The first extract, text page 45-46 from PDF part 1, scroll page 65-66. The wearing out and the unwinding of sanskaras can also be effected by denying to desires their expression and fulfillment. People differ in their capacity and aptitude for rejecting desires. Those in whom desires arise with great impulsive velocity are unable to curb them at their source, but they can refrain from seeking their fulfillment through action. Even if someone has no control over the surging of desires, he can prevent he can prevent them from being translated into action. Rejection of desires by controlling actions avoids the possibility of sowing seeds of future desires. On the other hand, if a person translates his desires into action, he may spend up and exhaust some impressions, but he is creating fresh impressions during the very process of fulfilling the desires and is thus sowing seeds for future desires, which in their turn are bound to demand their own satisfaction. The process of spending up or exhausting impressions through expression and fulfillment does not in itself contribute towards securing release from sanskaras. When desires are denied their expression and fulfillment in action and are allowed to pass through the intensity of the fire of a cognitive consciousness that does not sanction them, the seeds of these desires are consumed. The rejection of desires and the inhibition of physical response effect in time an automatic and natural negation of the past sanskaras. Rejection of desires is a preparation for desirelessness, or the state of non-wanting, which alone can bring about true freedom. Extract 2, part 4 of the PDF of Discourses, text page 358, scroll page 88. The difficulties on the spiritual path can be overcome only if the aspirant has one-pointedness. If his energies are dissipated in worldly pursuits, the progress he makes is very slow. One-pointedness implies dispassion concerning all the allurements of the phenomenal world. The mind must turn away from all temptations, and complete control must be established over the senses. Thus, control and dispassion are both necessary to attain one-pointedness in the search for true understanding. Jai Meher Baba.
Rosalie's got a hand up again.
Yes, Rosalie.
Yeah, this is a message that came to Narina when he sent Narina and Elizabeth back to the United States after the Blue Bus tour. I love this one. You have come on earth to realize God. I do not ask you to go to the caves like the saints of the past. Remain in the world without being entangled therein. Do not renounce your duties with the hope of becoming spiritual. Do your duties, but have no desires for personal gain or reward. Let not your status or achievements fill your mind with false pride. When you offer your mind in love and faith, I do everything through you. When you offer your mind in love and faith, I do everything through you. You will then be no more bound by what you do. You will be unattached and yet in full action. You will remain free in the midst of your works. You will worry no more about what life brings to you. You will dwell in unshakable peace in spite of the tribulations in the world. You will be my torch bearers. Jai Baba.
Wow, so beautiful. Thank you. Rosalie, could you share with us the source as well from?
Yeah, that is out of the book Norina's Gift, and it's page 156. Every one of them is, that one in particular is like giving you that charge to be in the world with Baba, with, as Baba, really. That's number 30 in this particular book. But, it's been in print a long time. And I one time asked a friend of mine, I says, do you ever read these? Because this to me is like a workbook of how to be in the world. And the person said, I think I read it. And I says, well, what do you think about moving the book on? Because it looks in mint condition, like you don't read it at all. And the person says, no, I want to donate it to the library at the center, But I says, what about now? And I still feel that because the very first one of these messages, I'll say that one because it struck such beauty. It's such beauty. My love goes out to you in measureless abundance. I have been waiting for you for eons. I know the ache of your heart. I will wipe out your tears. You will dwell in me in life everlasting. Take courage in your hands. Smite with all your might, and your desired self will meet its death. Be your own higher self. And this is one last one. It's so beautiful. It says, those who give their lives to me are mine. I take upon myself their burdens. Wait in the complete stillness of resignation. You shall be lifted up into the sanctuary of my truth. This is my assurance. Let it hearten you in seas of calm and furious. Each one is just so beautiful.
Jai Baba. Truly. Thank you so much. We now move to the last reality, the seventh reality, real surrender. There are 3 extracts to this. The first one is just one line from text page, part 1, text page 8, scroll page 28. A real merging of the limited self in the ocean of universal life involves complete surrender of separative existence in all its forms. Extract 2 is from part 4, text page 358, scroll page 88. Among the many things the aspirant needs to cultivate, there are few that are as important as cheerfulness, enthusiasm, and equipoise. When the mind is gloomy, depressed, or disturbed, its actions are chaotic and binding. Hence arises the supreme need to maintain cheerfulness, enthusiasm, and equipoise under all circumstances. All these are rendered impossible unless the aspirant succeeds in eliminating worry from his life. Worry is a necessary result of attachment to the past or to the anticipated future, and it always persists in some form or other until the mind is completely detached from everything. Extract 3 is from part 4, text page 392, scroll page 122. Desirelessness makes an individual firm like a rock. He is neither moved by pleasure nor by sorrow. He is not upset by the onslaughts of opposites. One who is affected by agreeable things is bound to be affected by disagreeable things. If a person is encouraged in his endeavors by an omen considered auspicious, he is bound to be discouraged by one considered to be inauspicious. He cannot resist the discouraging effect of an inauspicious omen as long as he derives strength from an auspicious one. The only way not to be upset by omens is to be indifferent to auspicious as well as inauspicious omens. The same is true of the opposites of praise and blame. If a person is pleased by receiving praise, he is bound to be miserable when he receives blame. He cannot keep himself steady under a shower of blame as long as he is inwardly delighted by receiving praise. The only way not to be upset by blame is to be detached from praise also. Only then can a person remain unmoved by the opposites of praise and blame. Then he does not lose his equanimity. The steadiness and equanimity that remain unaffected by any opposites is possible only through complete detachment, which is an essential condition of lasting and true happiness. The individual who has complete detachment is not at the mercy of the opposites of experience, and being free from the thraldom of all desires, he no longer creates his own suffering. Jai Meher Baba.
Wow, this was wonderful. I loved your meditation, Roshni. It put me in a very good space.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Baba.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being there in Baba's love and holding the space in his love. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Roshni.
Thank you,
Thank
Baba.
you so much, Roshni, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Baba.
Rosalind, your
Thank you.
messages were really nice. Thank you, Rosalind.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Thank you, Roshni.
Yeah, Baba. Thank you.
Jai Baba to
Thank you,
everyone.
Baba. Thank you, Baba. We'll say 3 times Avatar Meher Baba ki jai before we end.
Okay.
Avatar, everybody can unmute.
Meher Baba
Avatar
ki
Meher
jai.
Baba ki jai.
Avatar
Avatar
Meher
Meher
Baba
Baba ki
ki
jai.
jai. Avatar
Avatar
Meher
Meher Baba
ki jai.
ki jai.
Thank you all. This is a
Thank
Love and
you.
Baba to everyone and Happy New Year.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good seeing you.
Thank you.
Same here, Marshall. Good seeing you
Thank
too.
you. Happy New Year to
Meditation.
everyone.
nice celebration of the anniversary. Yeah. Success. Success. It was wonderful.
Thank you, Baba. At least I got to see you all after so long.
Yeah, it's been a while. We need to collaborate more in the new year.
Yes. Hoping Baba stretches 24 hours to 36 hours. Rosalind, I have sent you a message in the chat. Please have a look. Great. Lovely. Thank you, Betty.
Alrighty.
And thank you for squeezing this in Baba's love. Thank you to all in your group as well.
It was a nice experience. New to me. It was nice. I'm not a great meditator, but this was lovely. Put me in a good space.
Thank you, Baba.
I
Thank you.
go. We'll all go.
Yes.
Are we ready?
Jai Meher Baba.
Jai Meher Baba.
Bye-bye.
Yay, off we go.